I like myself a beer and I like it cold. Like to get the suds all up in my nose. And you know beer is a real good thing. Make you wanna holler, make you wanna sing. And I can tell you're a party crowd. If you like beer, better sing it loud. And I love my beer, beer, beer. I let it flow like water. I love my beer, beer, beer. And like open Franklin said, he said, beer's proof that the good Lord loves him. And he wants us all to be. He wants us all to be happy. Oh, that felt good. Hidey, hidey, ho, hidey, hi. Boys are getting on beer 35. So belly up, mugs away. 'Cause we don't have to work today. And when the work is all done, you know we gotta throw a little party, have fun. It's party time, that's what I heard. So drink 'em down and flip the whole world a bird. Man, I love my beer, beer, beer. Let it flow like water. I love my beer, beer, beer. And like old Ben Franklin said, he said, beer's proof that the good Lord loves us. And he wants us all to be. He wants us all to be happy. Woo! Everybody sing. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. 96 bottles of beer on the wall, 96 bottles of beer on the wall, 96 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. 20 bottles of beer on the wall. Beer, beer, beer. Let it flow like water. Beer, beer, beer. And like old Ben Franklin said, he said,
A fine
beer's proof that the good Lord loves us and wants us all to be. Yeah, he wants us all to be. Yeah. Ooh. Happy, 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 happy,
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the World Music Show, Sunday, what is it, June 26th?
Yeah.
And we got a very, very, very special World Music Show for you this morning. I always say we play the best music from around the planet, but one thing that is a fact is some of the best music that's found on this planet is right here in our own backyard. And with that in mind, we got two incredible musicians in here this morning. Very famous for anybody that lives in the general area. If you have not heard of them, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but we got with us Burt, Mr. Bubba Whoopass Wilson this morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, that mic's working nicely.
Hello.
That's very good. And with him, guitar extraordinaire and member of, how many bands are you? The Poker Dogs, the Dopehead band.
Heart Attack Diner.
Heart Attack Diner, yeah.
He's got a different band in every city, I think. And
well, no one will keep me for full time.
And now he's working as my muse.
He's amusing, I'll say that. But that's Mr. Rick Bailey here on guitar.
Can I take my flip-flops off in here?
I think so. I don't think the viewers care.
I don't have sour feet.
We'll let you know if it gets really bad. But, yeah, all the mics appear to be working. Rick, actually,
yes.
Play the guitar one and see if we hear that.
Okay.
Let's hear how that sounds. That sounds good and clear. Nice.
Lovely.
Oh, sorry.
I may have to turn this down even just to hear it. That sounds good. That sounds really good. So this morning, Bubba and Rick are going to, thing they don't get to do often on the radio, play whatever they want. And I'm guessing mostly you're going to do your original stuff, although you're not limited. You can play anything you want.
We're going to do all Sheryl Crow covers.
Well, I think the beer song was supposed to be a Sheryl Crow song.
Yeah, what? That's what I heard it in my head. Sheryl Crow was singing.
Beer. Well, she did have the, what's that party song? All I want to do is have some fun.
Yeah, right, where she's peeling
Maybe
the
it was
beer
from that.
Yeah,
label, right.
So,
it could have been from that.
It might have been. And she is a really good musician, but in my opinion, her equals or better are in this room. So, well, let's let's talk about what songs. Well, let's talk a little bit about you guys before we start.
Sorry.
When did you guys get to Orlando? Or but either one of you guys? I know you were born in Louisiana. How about you, Rick?
Washington, D.C.
Wow.
But we met down here in 1980.
In 80, really?
Yeah.
How did you guys meet?
I was in a band called Clutch, and I, we rode it out for about 10 years, and then I was on the road with a child, with my little 3-month-old daughter, and I got in a big wreck out in Reno, Nevada, by one of these triple trailers.
Yeah.
And that started it, because that scared me. I said, I shouldn't be on the road with this young child. She almost got killed in the wreck. The big tire came right into her little crib.
Oh, man.
I'd taken out the dining room table and put a crib, and the big wheel came in there, and I said, that's a sign from God. So I'd been asked by this guy here in Orlando who did Showbiz Pizza.
Yeah.
He had just signed a huge contract with Holiday Inn Holodomes to do all these pizza restaurants around, and I was already doing a character voice for him. So he finally, I told him yes. And
to do that full time? Yeah,
do that full time. And when I walked into the studio the first morning of work, this guy's sitting there with long, beautiful hair.
Thank you so much.
Little peachy cheeks.
He probably looked a lot like Sheryl Crow.
Yeah, he did. And we said, who is this kid? And it turned out to be he was a master, and he taught me and Jeff Howe all about the studio and how to record.
Really? Wow.
And so we went under his wing.
Involved.
At 18, he was already that good. And
man.
So we went under his wing, and we had a ball. We would get drunk and go in that studio and play till dawn. Because the guy says, as long as you put in your 8 hours for me, you can do whatever you want in there.
Yeah.
I wrote the World's Fair theme song there.
All those songs that you
all those songs that Rick engineered and produced a bunch of my songs over there. And so I wanted to get my feet wet recording. And so that's where we started. And then Clutch kind of broke up, but a spinoff band called the Shifters started.
Really?
With some of the original members.
I never heard of
Clutch.
that. You never mentioned them that I've ever heard.
Jeff went ahead and got back, and he'd quit at the same time I did, but he went back. But Clutch had already broken up, and the name was sold to our fat lead singer. And he took off to Alabama with the band, so they had to name it something else, so they called it the Shifters. And Rick was in that band.
Okay.
As well as Heart Attack Diner and Tommy from...
and Tommy.
Tom the Bomb? Yeah, okay.
And then that spun into Heart Attack Diner with Sean Fernandez and all that. And anyway, that's how it... So he... basically, I wanted to learn how to write songs. Clutch was a 50s band, and we really couldn't... When I suggested doing some originals to try to take us to the next step back in 1979, they said, no. It's just not. We tried one, and we didn't even put it in the set. I was like, how am I going to ever grow?
Yeah.
Doing 50, ram-a-lam, I was get bored.
You could be on PBS.
And once I'd go to Orlando every month or about 3 times a year and get my, get a little taste of what it's like to work in the studio and work, So I said, it's time to start writing some songs. I wanted to do it that bad. So they gave me a little Porta studio, little 4-track cassette, put me in a room and said, go.
And the rest is history. Yeah, and you are very prolific. I mean, and I'm guessing being on the Monsters, even though you weren't doing, Russ wanted funny songs more so than serious stuff, it was still like a great exercise in knock one out in 20 minutes.
That's right. Great exercise for writing.
Yeah. But even his serious stuff has a lot of comedy, but it's subtle comedy. Like he has a great song, Drunk at Denny's, which
is a beautiful song.
Bittersweet. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I think we've all been there.
Yeah,
right.
Universal.
Very much so.
I mean, that's a true story. I mean, I actually...
Oh, you can't make that up.
You could have written it about me as well, just so you know.
You know that time when you're married? I don't know if you've been married, but I was married like 11 years, and that came to an end, and I was like in a year of hell. Yeah. Just basically me in early times.
Yeah.
And my dog. And one spring morning, I decided, well, I'm going to go back out in the meat market. I lost weight. I started jogging. I went down to the Western store and got me the tightest pair of Wranglers they got and a snappy shirt, and went out and struck out at every club, every bar in this town. Right, every single one of them. I ended up at Cafe Risque.
Oh, down in Gainesville
at 4 a.m. Yeah. And it was...
at least you saw boobies.
Well, they had a naked girl come and serve me a real nice breakfast. Yeah. I said, I'm so glad I didn't end up at Denny's. I'm so glad I'm here. It went perfect.
Yeah.
And until she leaned over to pour me some more coffee and dragged her boob through my grits. And it broke my butter dam. And that got butter all over my bacon. That's it.
It was done. You were just done at that point.
I ended up at Denny's, and that's where I wrote the song about.
Well, that's the funny thing is there was a restaurant. It was very Denny's-like, but it wasn't Denny's where I grew up. And it was the 2 a.m. restaurant. And the lady's name was Mabel. She looked like Frankenstein with a wig. And we would all go there, and it's like, Mabel, bring us the grits and gravy and the eggs. It's 3. So
where was that?
Elkton, Maryland, not far from D.C. actually.
Right.
Right on Route 40.
I know where it is. Yeah.
There was what was it called? Rose's Diner or something like that. But Mabel was she worked the night shift.
Oh, yeah,
she was nothing to look out, but and the thing about her nasty toes or whatever. I was like, I've been just looking down, going, ah.
Yeah, just all stacked up and hairy, and you're already, like my friend Jeff House said when he used to get hung over and stuff, and feeling bad and guilty, and that's how I was feeling that morning, that you end up kind of liking the Waller in it, Like Jeff would drive down Orange Blossom Trail and just look at the bums and go, that's going to be me. That's going to be me. That's going to be me. Just to torture himself. Yeah, and he'd turn the air off and turn the windows down so he'd be really hot and miserable and going, that's going to be me. That's kind of like me. I went to Denny's and face down in my grits.
Wallered in it.
And wallered in it and just stared at her toes and went, that's going to be me.
But hey, it's not you. But and speaking of, what song do you guys want to start off with here? And like
I can do Drunk at Denny's, or you can do something fast.
Do Drunk at Denny's. We've been talking about it.
Yeah.
To the people out there, and anybody that ain't from Orlando, if you're listening, streaming online, this is a song by Bubba Whoopass Wilson called Drunk at Denny's, and we all been there. So see if this rings a bell.
Am I too loud here?
No, you're great.
I think I'm a little loud for Ricky. I'm going to hear Ricky.
That's fun.
Sounds good here.
freshly wiped down table, lined up all my condiments so I can read all the labels. Silverware still warm straight from the dishwashing machine, and the smell of bacon promises won't be sizzling. It's just me, myself, and I, drunk up in Denny's once again. And this morning I'm ordering the Grand Slam special. Last night I struck out again. My waitress is in sandals, and her name is Hazel. She always tries to talk to me, but I'm drunk under the table where I stare down at Maisel's. Maisel, hairy toad. She always gets the message, and she goes to get my jelly and rolls. It's just me, myself, and I. Yeah, drunk up in Denny's once again. Yeah, and this morning I'm ordering the Grand Slam special. Last night I struck out again. Take it, Ricky. So Hazel brings my breakfast to my freshly wiped down table where I've lined up all my condiments so I can read all the labels. Silverware is cooled off just a bit, and I've slipped into a coma, face down in my grave. And it's just me, myself, and I. Yeah, drunk up in Denny's once again. Yeah, and this morning I'm ordering the Grand Slam special. Last night I struck out again. And this morning I'm ordering that old Grand Slam special. That's the night I struck out, I 2 struck out, I 3 struck out, I 4 struck out, I 5 struck out,
Struck out the sides on this one.
I 7 struck out, I 11 struck out. Oh, again. Thank you.
Yes, that was excellent, man.
True story.
And yeah,
I wonder if anybody listening has went through that last night.
it was Saturday night, and there's a thin line between Saturday night and Sunday morning. So
Sunday morning.
hey, is this Everett? Is this the actual Everett? A different guitar or piano? Is Everett a portable? I mean, or
Everett is a Pianosaurus. You know, gigantic, big acoustic piano. You know,
Okay, it's
like you had in your grandma
living room?
had. Yeah. And it had the name Everett written right in the middle, right above the keys. And when I was a kid, I used to look up there, and I just named the piano Everett.
Figured that
and
was
I
its name.
crawled in it and everything. I found half a pint of slow gin,
Nice.
but we had gotten it from the preacher. So my mother told me he was an alcoholic. And the keys were all beat up, and I asked her, what about that? She said, the preacher did that. Every time he hit a bad chord, he'd smash it. We saw him do it in church. And the piano was abused and put out on the street, and she bought it for $80.
Wow.
She told me I'd have to work it off playing cutting grass, but I never did. I still owe that lady $75. One day I'm going to walk up and hand it to her. I'll never forget her.
Or you can mow her yard.
I'll mow her yard.
Today, you can almost get $75 for the month. You know.
That's right. That's right.
So
that's why I wrote Everett, the drunken. So Everett actually went through. Has been kind of in the buddy system through my whole life. You know, every time a relationship didn't work out or I was down, the only thing that would pull me out of it was Everett. And Everett was always banished to some garage, some storage unit, because for some reason my whatever girl I was with at the time did not like the looks of it. That's not going in my living room, you know.
Yeah, well, women are funny about what they'll put in their living room sometimes.
Yeah. So my hat and my piano always ended up getting banished, and as soon as I'd get set free again, the hat would come back on and the piano would come back, and so I wrote a song about that. But you know what? I don't know if Rick has as much time as I have today. He's got to go set up for.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Hard Attack Diner's playing. Where they put in a plug? I mean,
oh no, because it's a private thing. So
nobody can know where this is.
In fact, we don't even know where it is yet. They're going to send us.
Get notes on the way.
Right.
Go to the phone booth and we'll call you, kind of thing.
Exactly.
That should be fun. Well, so what time you got to get out of here? Well, yeah. What do you do? A Rick song? I mean, we were talking that night I came and watched you and Jeff out at Hagen's.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you got music. I know. I was stunned that night. And the voice, I had no idea how good you could sing.
You should hear his CD, man. He's absolutely.
And let me say that you got to see both of you guys. Let the listeners know where you can get the CDs.
In my garage right now.
And that can't be. Nobody can know where that is.
And you can't know where that is either.
Is there a website? A Poker Dogs? I mean,
I guess there is a Poker Dogs website.
Yeah.
We're really prepared here. So
Poker Dogs.
We're marketing genius.
You can go to iTunes and get any of my songs.
Actually, I got While Eating Pudding. I got it off of there.
Bubba Wilson or Burt Wilson. I think it's under BURT. And then you can go to pokerdogs.net.
Or you could go to jeffhowell.com and he'll probably tell you
exactly. He'll probably send it to you. He'll come to you guys and go, give me one of your CDs or somebody that wants it.
He's our agent.
Yeah, he's our agent.
He kind of is. Well, Rick, what do you want to play then?
Well, as long as we're buried in the blues.
Yeah. Let me play a little bass with you.
Yeah, my sister used to drink slow gin fizz.
So did I, actually.
Well, yeah, I think that was
teenager.
I think that was a teenage thing, and I thought that was a really strange.
It is.
Thing to drink. So, just happened to be in a bar one day and morning, and someone was drinking slow gin fizz, and started up a conversation. And kind of went like this. It's in dog, and if you have a harmonica, that means D. Of course, you might be playing a cross harp, so I'd go ahead and play in G. Well, a pain came across my head like the very first day we met. Some bar on the south side of hell. Georgia, that is north of Jacksonville. You're drinking slow gin and fizz, and I drank from a well. Deep down, down, down in the soul of a mother, a pain came across my head, and you said, let me soothe it, lover, let me soothe it, let me soothe it. Well, a black cat came across my path. I stepped square on a sidewalk crack. Tough luck in a government town. Jackson, that is. I took 55 down to the mighty Mississippi. I heard that sound deep down and down, down in the soul of a mother. A pain came across my head. You said, let me soothe it, lover. Let me soothe it, lover. Let me soothe it. Bogalusa crossroads, north of Slidell. You kept that motor running, but I can't tell you how. You could soothe it. You could soothe it. Come on, soothe it. Well, the pain came across my head like the very first day we met. Some bar on the south side of hell. Georgia, that is, north of Jacksonville. You're drinking slow gin fizz. I drank from a well. Deep down, down, down in the soul of mother. Now pain came across my head, and you said, let me soothe it, lover. Let me soothe it, yeah. Let me soothe it, lover, yeah. Come on, Bubba, take it on the one. On one. Let me soothe it, lover. Let me soothe it. Oh, let me soothe it. Yeah, yeah. Let me soothe it now. Yeah, yeah. Let me soothe it, lover.
All right, now that was some blues.
That's that DC sound.
Is that the DC sound? That I don't remember it sounding that good when I was up there. Although, you know who I saw up there, and we were talking. We had Ernie Lancaster in here not long ago, and
Ernie and I worked together.
I saw Root Boy Slim when I was living up that way.
Right, me too. Yeah,
up in the DC area.
They were my heroes, and then I met them.
They were my heroes.
I met them down here. Boogie Till You Puke.
Boogie Till You Puke rocked. Yeah, I went there for that, and it was everything I wanted to be that night.
Did you
I
puke?
think I lost. I lost my hearing actually. I stuck my head in the.
Oh, you were one of those guys.
I was the idiot. Yeah. I may not have been completely uninebriated. I was pretty. I was like going, "This is great," and I walked over to the table, and everybody's mouths were moving. I couldn't hear. I'm like,
well, do you know? I mean, did you ever meet Root Boy?
No. I just knew him from seeing him that night, and I mean, he was dead. But by the time I met Ernie, he was already gone, and.
He was Foster McKenzie III. He was a Yale grad.
Yeah, that's what Ernie was saying, that he was like this.
He's brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. And who would have thought Root Boy Slim?
The only thing he ever said to me, I mean, I would see him almost every day at King Snake.
Yeah.
I used to engineer out there and record.
Actually, I guess King Snake was like the place, right?
Yep.
I mean, for everybody around here who's a musician, they all kind of go, man, King Snake.
It was
the deal.
Oh, yeah, it was the deal.
Yeah, in fact, there's a benefit today for a drummer who was our regular session drummer, Ronnie Bird Foster, and that's out on 46 at a place called the Airport Hangar, and that starts at 2. And
I think I saw it on Facebook or something.
yeah, I believe so. Yeah, so Ron's a great singer, great drummer. He was always he was on every session we did, so he was. Yeah, if you get a chance, drop out there from 2 to 6.
Yeah, well, there's the plug, and that's a
is.
worthy plug to put in. So,
yeah. He's a really good friend and has a little health issue at the moment. We're hoping for the better part.
Who's that?
Ronnie
Bird. Ronnie Bird.
Ronnie Bird. Yeah. Man, there's so many great players and
around here.
In
No,
Florida.
like I said.
All great musicians come here to die, I think.
Well, actually, everybody from King Snake, the core of us, let's see, we had 4 engineers, Brian Bassett, who's the guitar player for Foghat, myself, Warren King, Ace Moreland, and Bob Greenlee would now and then engineer. Well, Warren died, Bob died, and it's not looking good out there. We're kind of losing.
You're like the last one.
Yeah.
It's down to you. And
Yeah, Brian and I keep looking at each other like,
you're next, dude.
hope it's you and not me.
Diabetes started to really get me. Like I could start seeing the effects in my vision, my feet, and my father started getting toes hacked at 60.
Wow.
And I'm in my 50s, and I was like,
yeah, I can see the writing. Yeah.
So I could see the writing on the wall. I could see that my brother and me are just like my dad. We'll just like sweep all that under the rug. I'm taking my medicine. I'm riding my bicycle. I'm fine, but I'm not getting any better, and my sugars are out of control. So last year, I just got really crazy on it. Started working out and everything. I think I got it under control.
You
now.
still box?
Still boxing twice a week.
Yeah, you really threw yourself into the whole lifestyle of getting healthy again.
Half measures just weren't doing it. You know? I had.
Yeah, you're kidding yourself at some point.
I know.
You know, and
it's so easy to kid yourself. The older I get, the more I find out I've been kidding myself my whole life. Really.
And then you hit 50 and you go, well, if I keep kidding myself, I'm going to be dead.
It's like there's another person inside of me calling the shots, and I'm just sitting here.
It sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me. Makes perfect sense to me.
I can see why one drink won't hurt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I absolutely know what you mean.
It's like scared me to death when I found it. There's actually 2 of me in there. One trying to kill me.
What's like the little angel devil
Right.
one? You know, and the devil boy's got the really strong voice.
The really
sometimes.
strong voice. And the other one's just kind of a dummy making up excuses to go out. It's like a pimp and a whore, you know? It's like the
One
pimp
of these
saying, I want you to go out and make me $1,000 today and get 4 new accounts. Come back with the money. You know, and I'm like, okay.
I had never heard that analogy.
Aren't there any good people in you?
No, there's a bad one and there's a good one. I'm pretty sure of it.
The good one's probably a mime. He's sitting there going, "The glass wall, I can't get out." So, but you have kind of really changed your life around. In fact, didn't you? Like Friday night or Thursday night, you did. It was a party for like an anniversary of sober for you or something. Wasn't that? Didn't you just hit a milestone?
Yeah, I just hit 2 weeks ago. Well, my sobriety date is 6606.
Oh, back to the devil, aren't we?
Yeah,
That should give you a clue.
that gave me a clue
Better
right
not go
there.
back there.
Yeah, and I hit 5 years. 5 years. I actually haven't drank in 8, but I had a little hiccup in there.
Yeah.
Just a little, just a little hiccup.
Well, hiccups happen, yeah.
But you know, I feel like this. Everybody going down the road of life, no matter who you are, you got your cross to bear. You're gonna have a problem that you've had a long time that you're gonna have to deal with. None of us are perfect. That was mine. You know, that was mine. And
well, and as a musician, I mean, that's sort of the lifestyle.
It is.
It's pretty hard not to go
the
down
radio
that path a little bit.
the radio station I was on, they encouraged it.
Yeah.
Here, I want you to go over here to this bar and drink for free.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, it's not like anybody ever told me anything about how drunk I got the night before and how I kicked over, threw people off the stage, vomited all over my keyboard. That's fine. As long as you were there on time.
Yeah, exactly. You were funny as hell doing all that.
Yeah.
And it really, you know, I think you know this probably as much as anybody, but corporate will use you up and then throw you away and find the next you to use up. You know? And that ain't just the radio corporation. That's corporations everywhere. That's what they do.
I think that's the world. They exploit you for your youth and your everything
and your
that
talents,
you got.
Whatever. What can you bring to me? And you know what's a shame is often the people who are the ones that are making the money can't do what you're doing. I mean, they're sitting there calling the shots and saying what you've got to do. But they can't do what you're doing, and it's
that's
like...
That's why you're the talent.
Yeah, but I never understood how they got in charge.
Yeah, I know.
Because they can't do it. It's like, you know, you get up here and sing and play and be funny.
It's like a rented ox.
Well, they say, you know, you come back here and try and do all the stuff that I do. You know, I mean, the corporate does their gig.
Their gig. But I will say this, that I've gotten close enough to some of those people and seen what they do to go... Okay, they're full of crap.
Right.
They're just fooling the world that they
know what they're doing.
Yeah, I was out at Disney for a little while working, and it was amazing to me some of the really higher ups how they would pretend like I worked at Animal Kingdom when they built it because I do inspection stuff when I'm not doing this silly stuff. But there were guys who were in charge of putting the rocks in place, and they would be like, "Put the rock there." And they would like stroke their chin and be like, I don't like it. They're moving over there. And it's like, it's a rock, dude. I mean, you can pick it up and throw it, and wherever it lands, that's the rock. It doesn't really. I was like, you're just making this up because it looks like you know what you're doing.
Well,
that's right.
Yeah, it gives them something to. Well, I see that rock, that formation right there. That's mine.
I put that there. The way it's nicely stacked, and it's like, you know, God could have just throw it.
Most people I've found in this world spend 99% of their time trying to control what other people think of them.
Yeah, I agree. And you know the funny
thing...
And
then you have your Jeff Howells.
Who don't care.
Who's my idol. You know, he really doesn't care.
Well, and that was actually in the movie that you did with us.
Yeah.
That was sort of the message is, one of the messages in that is, because he says, the lead guy says, so the control freaks got it, because the voice that's talking to him says, it's all about control. And he says, so the control freaks got it right? I mean, you know, if that's the case, my boss will be at the right hand of God.
Right.
And the voice says, no, the control freaks are the worst, because they try to control everything because they can't control themselves. And what it's really about, by control, the only thing you control is you.
That's right.
And the minute you figure that crap out, the better off you are. Because you can't, if you try to control the world because you can't control you, the world's going to let you down. You can't control it, and it's not going to do what you want. You can push it and move it, but at some point it's not going to happen the way you want it to, and it'll all fall apart on you.
I love watching Man and his correctness on the Casey Anthony trial with all those lawyers and all their correctness has turned into an absolute farce.
Circus.
It goes beyond, to the point of absurdity. With all this whole thing this justice system that we have and all these rules and everything, all made for correctness, right?
Yeah.
And it turns into an absolute circus. It's like, if there's a God, he's up there going,
I guarantee
God,
he is
what
laughing
are these idiots doing?
I think he created us for his amusement. Truthfully think he made the world and went, make me laugh. Come on, you guys are funny.
Dance monkeys.
Dance monkeys. Dance now.
Well, listen, this is a music show. Let's get back to the music. You guys got any, what do you guys want to play?
I got
next?
a new song I'm doing, and then I want to let Rick do another one before he has to go.
That sounds awesome. Tell us about this song.
Oh, well, last year I was, I've been married 11 years, and it's not all, great. Sometimes you have little problems.
There are no marriages where it's all great.
My father-in-law, her father had lung cancer and was dying, and asked to move in with us so we could take care of him, of course, and it got bad. And a lot of people told me, don't have a family member move in for any reason because it'll destroy your marriage. And I was like, well, I'll be fine. I'm a control freak. I'll just control it and make sure it doesn't, bother me. I'll just, knuckle down and whatever happens. But I didn't realize she would go crazy. And so at that time, I didn't really know, but everything worked out beautiful. And you know, it was just a real rough patch. She was having some problems with depression over it. And so I wrote a song about her because women are such a, because of the dichotomy that she is, you know. She's a very, you know, has a very elegant mind, very sophisticated, but yet music, she likes Lightning Hopkins.
I like Leighton. It's hard not to. It's hard not
Yeah,
to
but
like
you're
it.
not elegant.
That's a good point.
I mean, on one part of the song, she'll put on fingernail polish, and in 10 minutes, she'll chip it all off.
Really?
For no reason.
Yeah. No,
She likes fine food, but she'll eat anything cold right out of a can. Anything. And on and on and on and on. And all these just completely. So I wrote a song about her. Let's see.
What's it called? Have you named it?
Well, one thing about my wife, she through all my stuff that I had to go through, she stayed there, stuck with me, and it's she's why I traded in the high life for the good life. So I call it Good Life. She can hang with the boys and keep them all in stitches, but with girls she gets annoyed. She thinks they're all catty bitches, but she's a flower. She digs vampires. She'll paint on black fingernail polish, and she'll chip it all off in an hour, and it's all right. It's all right. She's why I traded in the high life for the good life. Eat a can of Campbell's soup cold and $100 worth of sushi, and at NASCAR she'll explode and call Kyle Busch a pussy, but she's a savior, cuss like a sailor, but like a child she sleeps with a pillow that her grandmother made her, and it's all right. It's all right. She's why I traded in the high life for the good life. You don't know how long you can keep them boys till they're gone. There ain't no guarantee we can hold on very long. But I thank God for every smile and every tear and the sweetness of every year. She got a sophisticated mind. She still loves Lightning Hopkins, and when I'm with her I find my IQ just starts dropping. She's a daisy, a little bit crazy, and when she ain't got no money, you'll find her up in Macy's, and it's all right. It's all right. She's why I traded in the high life for the good life. Take it, Ricky. when she's old and gray. I see her in her glory in a house outside Galway, working on another story and having tea. Grandson on her knee, and she'll be his guardian angel, just like she was for me, and that's all right. That's all right. She's why I traded in the high life for the good life. She's why I traded in the high life for the good life. Kind of sappy.
I love that, actually. And so, have you played it for her? I'm sure she's.
Oh yeah, she likes it.
Yeah, I would think. I mean, it's nice. And there's no woman out there that doesn't like having a song written about her.
Yeah, and it did get me laid a little bit, but but you know, I found a lot of women identify with that song because they're a lot like that. You know,
yeah.
Their dichotomies, just like they.
Well, that's a kind of a female. It's the Mars and Venus thing.
Yeah,
they're crazy.
They're crazy.
They are crazy. Jeff's. They got the wacky gene philosophy.
The wacky gene.
I completely buy into that.
Oh, I was in the wrong key, wasn't I?
It was good.
See, he doesn't say. Well, I do this to him all the time. He's such a good man. I can move my piano up and down in the key to
key to key.
So I'll move it to so it'll be easier for me to play. Like if it's in E flat, I'll move my piano to C so I can play in C and still be in tune. Well, he doesn't say anything to me. He just transposes to another key and plays it just as well.
He is good.
Maybe we should do a fast song.
Well, let me say real quick. You're listening to WPRK 91.5 in Winter Park, and this is the World Music Show. And for those who may have tuned in late, this is Bubba Whoopass Wilson and Rick Bailey playing live for you, and
barefooted and live.
Barefooted and live, yeah. It's kind of like we're on the beach, with and it's. I'm sure there's sand in this carpet, so I don't think anybody's vacuumed any time in a while. So, but yeah, I'm sorry. What were you starting to say?
We can play something kind of up tempo.
Yeah.
Well, I'll play something that you like.
One of yours. Hey,
I don't.
You know Bubba's songs as well as I do. God, there's a million of them, and I'm trying to stay away from the funny stuff. Well, we had talked about, and I know this is a little obscure, Wild Azaleas. Can you do that? Or,
oh God,
is that a tough one? I'll find another.
Hey, come
one.
on, it's Sunday morning. Don't make us think.
Okay.
Don't make us think.
Like you threw it at me. Okay, let me think. Would you be okay with doing a funny one?
Yeah, sure.
Damn Tourists. I always loved Damn
Tourists. You like
Tourists.
that one?
That was the first one I ever heard you do.
Yeah.
How many native Floridians do we have out there?
Nobody. There's nobody native.
If you've lived here for more than 2 weeks, you are a native Floridian. Everybody else is a tourist. Can I say GD on here?
Yeah.
So sing after me. All right, here we go. If you've been run off the road on I-4, if you've been slowed down while going to get you a Slim Jim, if you found that all they're looking at is a piece of rubber on the side of the road that fell off a truck, if you have nearly committed murder on I-4, if you believe that a dirt road should be built down the middle of I-4 for all the tourists, and everybody with a Florida driver's license get to ride up on the super slab, then this song's for you. Damn tourists, goddamn tourists, they go everywhere that I go. Damn tourists, goddamn tourists, and they can take the grand tour of my butthole, skin so white, burnt red as hell. You can smell the solar cane clear to Titusville. Damn tourists, goddamn tourists, yeah, they aggravate me. Damn tourists, goddamn tourists. Fat, lazy, sunburnt son of a bitches, damn tourists, goddamn tourists, feeding their Disney French fries to our goddamn finches. If I had my way, tell you the truth, send them all home on a JetBlue. Damn tourists, goddamn tourists, yeah, they aggravate me. Well, they need to pass another Obama bill in the Congress and in the Senate to open up tourist hunting season with no damn bag limit. Damn tourist, goddamn tourist. Oh, excuse me, sir, could you tell us where Disney boy? I damn tourist, goddamn tourist. Yeah, you can kiss my ass and go buy a map if I had my way. I don't forgot this verse. It don't matter. Tourists are worse tourists. Goddamn tourists, yeah, they aggravate me. Don't forget the Brazilians. They aggravate me. All wearing the same color shirt. They aggravate me. And the Brits, oh my God, they aggravate me. They aggravate. M-I-C.
Everyone now.
Say you tourists heading north on 95 to the Georgia line real soon. Stop and get some oranges for Grandma. Or a pecan log. K-E-Y. Why? Because we'd like you to get the F out of here. Leave your wallets. O-U-S-O-B.
I gotta say, the Brazilian ones, whenever I go to that theme park, I want to grab the flag and just start running and see if they can keep up with me. Because they're lost without that one person with the flag.
Right.
You know, there's 85
well, they've got
of
the
them.
T-shirts.
Yeah. And the other thing that they do, and I hate this, there will be 2 of them in front of you and 85 behind you, and the 2 are going, hey, come up here, all 85 of you. And
right.
No, you 2 get behind me. I'm sorry, we ain't doing this little move. But anyway, I'm venting. Well, Rick,
yeah, I'll do a song for you.
Yeah, pick the Jamis again.
Well, we were talking about King Snake, my buddy Ace Moreland, who is now no longer with us, but he wrote a song that I like called I'm a Damn Good Time. I'm going to play an Ace song, and you can find that on Hindsight is 2020. That's the name of the record. And I think it's still on King Snake Records.
Ah, sounds good.
It's kingsnake.com.
He wrote a song about me. I'm so...
And it's in G.
In G?
I like that matters.
I got to transpose so I can be in C. All right, I'm ready.
All right. I like a fast guitar on a hot summer night. Not passion in a honeymoon, just a kick, scratch, and bite. Not a walk in the park. I'm a ride around town. I'm a cool glass of wine. I'm a damn good time. Well, I'm a moan in the blues, and I'm the holes in your shoes, and I'm a money that you spent last night, and I'm your hangover too. I'm too far gone, but I'm doing just fine. I'm a cool glass of wine, and I'm a damn good time. not a walk in the park. I'm a ride around town, and I'm a cool glass of wine. I'm a damn good time. I'm a cool glass of wine. I'm a damn good time. And I'm a cool glass of wine. And I'm a damn good time.
Woo! Very nice. Way to rock it, Rick.
I like that
Lost my
song.
damn piano.
You lost it? Oh, you got the reverb still.
I just lost my piano. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, right at the end, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it's plugged in and all, and it's good. I don't know what happened.
Different patch, maybe?
I have no idea.
It's sort of playing, but not. So it's not coming through the amp. It's just coming here. I mean,
Yeah.
what we're hearing is just.
Yeah, I don't have any right side at all. Huh. There a little bit.
Yeah, it came back a little bit.
Uh,
Well, I can turn that up.
no.
Yeah, that's not the same at all.
It just completely stopped on me. I don't know. I'll have to go home and.
And whip it. Whip it good.
Pretty woman.
That's also the lick to whip it.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. When the party comes along,
Right.
we will whip it.
Oh, it was my volume control.
Really?
All right, got it. We're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
What you want to hear? You got to take a break?
No. Play one more song, and then I'll take a break so I can change out tapes. Because believe it or not, this is how backwards we are. This is all being recorded on cassettes, and then I go home and convert it over to CD. But if I don't feed the squirrel and he stops running, then the whole thing goes to hell in a bucket.
This has been recorded today, live recorded on a cassette.
Yes. One day it'll be out there in the world on a bootleg tape, and everybody will be like, wow, it's rare, man. You know? So
In Dolby.
yeah. No, let's not go crazy. Yeah. What do you guys want to play next? Do something that rocks. Something, and I mean, like I said, you can play anything you want, Bubba. Anything that your little heart desires.
Oh, okay.
What do you want to play that you don't usually get to play? Everybody's like, no, man, let's not hear that.
Oh, I can do Florida Boy. How about that?
Florida Boy is my favorite song. To me, just before you even go, I want everybody to know, to me, this song is what living in Florida. I've been here now I've been here exactly half of my life. I came down when I was 27. I'm 54. And to me, that song represents what it feels like. I'm a Florida boy now in my mind. And, you know, Cut Me Open, I Bleed Sand, Ceiling Fan. Everything about that song to me is what my life is now. And first time I heard it, I loved it. So,
Well, thank you.
yeah, let's go ahead. I'm glad you're playing this. This is one of my favorites. I posted this the other day, actually.
Lord, take me away from Louisiana. It's so hot, it's cold. And they got polar bears in Louisiana. That's what I've been told. I wanna go home, 'cause I'm a Florida boy, yes I am. Cut me open and I'll bleed sand. I love the sunshine, I love the water. Kissed by Ponce de Leon's daughter. I'm a Florida boy, genuine. Wear flip-flops in the wintertime. My best friend is a ceiling fan, and a Florida boy I am. I got so tired of traveling in the old clutch van. But I have found Lord, here in Florida. I'm working on my tan. I'm a happy man, 'cause I'm a Florida boy, yes I am. Cut me open and I'll bleed sand. I love the sunshine, I love the water. Kiss my Ponce de Leon daughter. I'm a Florida boy, genuine. Wear flip-flops in the wintertime. My best friend is a ceiling fan, and a Florida boy I am. I don't know why I am here, but man, it just felt like I ought to be. And since then, there's been times when I felt like Florida was just made especially for me. I'm a Florida boy, yes I am. Cut me open and I'll bleed sand. I'm solving all the problems of my world, I'll rule. Floating in the middle of my swimming pool. I'm a Florida boy, genuine. Wear flip-flops in the wintertime. My best friend is a ceiling fan, and a Florida boy I am, yeah. Florida boy I am, yeah. Florida boy I am. Tavares, DeBerry, Winter Park, Maitland, Kissimmee, Wilbur by the Sea.
Oh, my favorite. Howie in the Hills.
Howie in the Hills. I'm a Florida boy, yes I am. Cut me open and I'll bleed sand. I love the sunshine, I love the water. Kiss my Ponce de Leon daughter. I'm a Florida boy, genuine. Wear flip-flops in the wintertime. My best friend is a ceiling fan, and a Florida boy I am, yeah. Florida boy I am, yeah. Florida boy I am.
Woo! That's Mr. Burt Wilson and Rick Bailey, and you are listening to the World Music Show on 91.5 WPRK.
Hey man, whenever I find myself down in the ghetto, standing in front of that Heartbreak Hotel with the Kentucky rain falling down, getting a fever, on fire with that burning, burning love, I'll turn and say to myself, you know, King, why you standing out here in the rain, man? You ain't nothing like a hound dog. But then my suspicious mind tells me, man, you're getting yourself all shook up. Only fools rush in, but then I think, no, man, it's now or never. I don't know why I have these conversations with myself, man. Maybe it's the pills. Maybe it's the devil in disguise. I don't know. I'm not sure, but in the end, I think what I need is to love me tender. I need a little less conversation and a little more of that World Music Show on 91.5 WPRK in Winter Park. Because they rock, man. Thank you. Thank you very much.
What you doing, Cooter?
Well, I'm listening to the World Music Show on 91.5 FM WPRK in Winter Park.
They sure is some funny son of bitches, Cooter.
They is, Earl, but the reason I listen is because they play the best music found anywhere in the whole damn planet.
Oh, look at you, all high and mighty man of ours. I'm telling you, Cooter, they just plain funny.
Don't matter, Earl. I listen for the music.
You listen 'cause they's funny.
Music.
Funny.
I'll make you squeal like a pig, boy.
What? I'll make you squeal like a pig.
Yeah, right. You weren't even able to make our sister squeal like a pig. You know it's true.
I did too make her squeal, Cooter. You take that back. I'm telling Daddy on you.
Go ahead. Daddy will make you squeal like a pig.
And we're back. Mr. Rick Bailey had to take off, but we are now sitting here listening to the music of Burt, Bubba Wilson. What kind of stuff have you been, since the Monsters, since you went off of there full time? I mean, are you finding that this sort of gave you the chance to focus more on your music again? Because I mean, you can play gigs at night that you really couldn't.
I'm a musician first, and when I was on the Monsters, I won't say I was. Well,
it's Make Us Laugh. What was the Jeff song?
It's mostly
something for poo-poo for Papa.
Make poo-poo for Dad. Russ like silly song. In fact, when he told me to write Southern Girls, he said, make it funny, like, Southern girl, tight blue jeans, I don't know. And I ended up writing something completely different because that's the longing in me to write real music. So, I've always had this, they haven't mixed well, but I'm trying to get them to mix now, comedy and serious. Right. So what I'm trying to do is write nice melodies with funny. There's a guy who's making that really popular right now. I can't remember his name, but he is writing some really cool tunes. He's a tunesmith, but he's writing them to hilarious lyrics. But it's not in your face like poo-poo TT frat funny. It's like subtle. Yeah. And like I'm writing one right now that I might be able to do a little bit of. Somebody told me in love you just can't win. Somebody told it's just the crazy voodoo spell you're in. Somebody told me that love you just can't win. Forgot the word. But I'm winning like Charlie Sheen. And it ain't no dream. I'm winning this time around. Love don't bring me down. And I'm winning like Charlie Sheen. And the next verse is something like that. Somebody told me that love will make you fat. No matter what you do, there ain't no getting around that. Somebody told me that love you make you fat. And I must really love you. 'Cause I'm fatter than Toby Keith.
My wife will hate you for that one.
I'm working on that one right now.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm fatter than Toby Keith.
If you were to throw Kenny Chesney under the bus with him, my wife would completely shoot you.
This time it's really real, 'cause I'm killing like a Navy SEAL. But it is true right now. I don't know what. I got sober, and that didn't quite do it. Then I started taking real good care of my health. I found out this. The better you take care of yourself and love yourself, the more deeply you can fall in love with your mate.
No, I believe that,
because whatever problems you have with yourself, their mate's going to pick up on.
Yeah.
And they're going to start to dish you too. Because that's just something about human nature. And when I started to really work, become proud of myself and do things for myself and really work at it hard and had a positive influence on my wife, who I love dearly, she started to flower a little bit. Like, she got out of her depression. And our marriage came back together like bang.
Wow, that'd be nice.
So depression and negativity and all that stuff that you have in you got to work hard to get rid of it, and you do. And I thought my marriage was over this time last year, but
really
just last year in a year I flipped it.
Well, how much of it was everything you guys were going through with your father?
It was a lot to do with that, but I flipped it even while he was still alive. I flipped it. I lost 65 pounds. That had something to do with it. I don't know. I just started, instead of focusing my energies inside on myself, I started just pushing it out towards her. Just, and she responded and started giving it back to me. And we've been married 11 years and haven't been happier than we've been in this last year.
That's nice. Nice to re-find it like that.
When you see the writing on the wall, and you've been in enough relationships, you know when it's starting to stumble.
Yeah.
And then you can turn it around. That's almost impossible.
I was going to say, that is really, really, you don't hear that.
You don't hear that very much.
No.
Once they're done with you, they're kind of done with you, But to be able to turn it around, to change your behavior, to, I don't know what it was. It's nothing I can really put my finger on.
You found yourself. Here's what I've always thought is, too many people are out there thinking, I need you to make me happy.
Yeah.
And somebody else can't make you happy. But once you find that you're happy and okay with yourself, then, and once that happens both ways, where you're like going, I love you, you love me, I just want to do stuff for you, and you're not beating each other down, you're pulling each other up, that snowballs too. And
it does snowball.
And it's a nice snowball when that one starts getting better.
It's like this. I found out with yourself. You kind of have a relationship with yourself, and when you're focusing on the negative, you'll go into more negativity and the whole thing will just start swirling down. One negative leads to another, negative leads to another, and now that's how you get into drugs and alcohol and just going down. All it takes to turn that thing around is one positive step towards something good, leads to another positive, leads to another positive. Next thing you know, the whole thing is backing out of the hole and coming out. It's that
first step is the hard one.
The first step is the hardest one.
Yeah, because isn't it something where, like, if you're putting yourself down and then, she loses confidence in you.
That's right.
And so it's just, it's just a downward spiral. What is the step that you do to pull yourself back
just
up?
one positive step.
You got to do that one. And once you do that one, and it's baby steps, but then it starts getting easier. And
with you add time to that, and that thing will snowball into, like with me, a gigantic, I had diabetes to deal with. I had plenty of reasons. The main reason I did it because I just, when you get in your 50s, you start looking down the road. How much time do I have left? Do I want to spend that on crutches with no feet?
Yeah.
It's like really the writing on the wall, and so I did it for that reason, to get myself in good shape so I could, spend more time.
Keep doing stuff productive in life and not be the guy who, like what happened to him.
Right? Yeah, right. But the side reaction of it was my marriage came back together beautifully. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, I learned something from that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's nice to get like you say, when it all starts getting good and you start going, wow, things I wasn't even trying to do are getting better. And it's a good thing because anything can snowball, but it can snowball good or bad.
It sure can, in baby steps, too.
Yeah, well, it starts in baby, and then it takes off, and after a while, you're not even doing anything, and it's still getting better. You know what I mean?
I believe Casey Anthony, I don't believe that people who murder, and the cops told me this, they don't just one day go, I'm going to kill this person, and they kill them. It's baby steps.
Yeah, it really, yeah.
It's all baby steps. It's like they get a little closer. They get, like in Casey Anthony's situation, I believe that she found this, this is just my idea, she found this chloroform would put her daughter down for the night.
Yeah.
She didn't have to have a babysitter. Yep. She didn't have to ask mama. She didn't have to go out and party, and it worked. And then one time she came home and her baby got up in the middle of the night and made a big mess and got involved in some stuff. She's like, oh, I got to give it a little bit more.
A little more, a little more.
more, and over months and months and months, boom, dead one time.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. That's how it is with drugs too.
It is.
Where
Baby
it's like
step.
I do a little cocaine, and it's like that's really good.
Yeah.
And now I need just a little more cocaine. And
Yeah.
next thing you know, it's like I'm doing a bunch of it, and it ain't doing what it used to.
Yeah.
And now I did enough, and I'm dead.
Yeah, and you're dead. It's all we do. All these things in baby steps. People, these crimes of passion. They start out with little arguments that happen over months and months and months, and they push and they shove, and then they get a little bit angry, and then finally they get into a big fight, and then
boom,
somebody threw the hit. Oh, you hit me in the eye that time. Oh, and then then nature takes over. And
well, it's like wherever you went to last time, you got to go there and then push that a little further.
bit
and then
further.
next time you go there and push that a little further.
further.
And that's exactly how. But again, that works both ways. You can do that good or bad.
I didn't do that.
My son, he's 16, and when he was like 10, he discovered the Beatles. And I guess he's got, he loves music and he loves good melodies, even though he doesn't know really what that
means. But
I was moved to tears by melodies when I was 10.
Yeah.
Just chord changes. Didn't even know what they were singing about. It was adult stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But the melody and the whole feel of it would bring me to tears. My mother never understood that, but my father did, so I must have got it from him.
I was going to say, is your father where you think you
He's a
got the
gigantic big music lover, and musicians were all in the family. He was a singer in the church, but he really had a taste for really good music, and especially vocal groups and stuff. But my son, when he discovered what was it? There are places I remember. He loved that, and that little he played it over and over and over. And then he asked me the harpsichord thing, and he just loved that song, If I Fell, and all that stuff. I mean, and I caught him in the back, looking through my rearview mirror. He was back there crying one day, just like I was when I was 10.
you were that age. Yeah,
I was like crying over chords to a song. That is unbelievable. He was like, I want to go meet John Lennon. I said, I'm sorry, son. He passed away. What happened? I said, this crazy fan came, and Mark David Chapman came and got him to sign a picture, and then came back later that day and killed him, shot him right in the back 6 times. And he's like, he started crying. He was like, why'd they kill John?
Why not Ringo?
That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. He said, why didn't they kill Ringo?
He would have been fine. They could have got Pete Bass to come back, you know?
That was my punchline. You stole my punchline.
I'm sorry, I had no idea. I thought I was being clever.
I got one I can do. You want to do a funny one?
Yeah, actually, which one? And I wanted to ask you on the funny
old
ones.
One.
I bet you I remember it, and you probably remember it too. I mean, we've both been listening to you forever and ever and ever.
Wow.
But, well, we're not alone. But of all the ones, because the funny ones, if I'm not mistaken, you mostly knocked them out while you were sitting in the studio, right?
Yeah, I write better under pressure. And if you told me to go in there and write you a comedy song right now, I couldn't. I probably, I'd end up doing it, but it'd take me a long time. In other words, I found out one thing about creativity. You really have to get your brain out of the way.
Yeah.
Get your own self out of the way.
It'll come. I actually think it goes through you. You're not so much writing something as it's coming through you.
It's going through you, and the only way I can make myself do that is put pressure on me, and then I don't have time to think about it. I just got to write it and let it go. And then because it's not complete and it's still kind of open-ended, I can ad-lib a little bit in it. And
a lot of the, and actually I'll say this, and I'm sure you've probably heard this. Some of to me, those original recordings on the Monsters, when you go back and try to recreate it, it's not nearly as good as that. Because when it was just coming fresh out of your mouth and you were making it up, shooting from the hip, those are almost like masterpieces in a way, you know what I mean? And
I'm telling you, I was half prepared for one of my best songs, Mr. Bass. I was out of breath. I was completely, and I didn't realize I was going to. I actually was kind of serious about this thing about bass being killed all over the state due to some man sticking poisons in lakes and stuff like that. I was really upset about it. even though I like to catch and kill and eat.
I was
bass
gonna say
myself.
I support catch and release and hot grease.
Yeah, I'll play a little bit of that, Mr. Bass.
Okay. Yeah, I love Mr. Bass.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
actually, when, in all honesty, Savannah's laughing on that one, which was honest.
I know it.
And from the heart, when you were doing it real the first time, was also part of what made that song just so classic when it happened.
I love animals, but I took it so far into that I love fish, which is taking it one step too far. So when I introduced it, I said, this goes out to my hero. It's not a funny song. It's the Florida largemouth bass. Well, he has run these waters now 15 years, ruling the structure, ruling the pier, beautiful and silent as he tends his mighty shore. Now he's caught and released a heaven door. Wait. There we go. I see you on the flip side, Mr. Bass. Though your passing makes me so dang sad, I will cry more for you than when John Lennon passed. Oh, I'll see you on the flip side, Mr. Bass. Hang on a second. See you on the flip side, Mr. Bass.
Brought it up a notch.
Big and strong as a fish can come. Bad news for your line. Leans up against a stump all day like a superstar on Hollywood and Vine. He ain't scared of nothing. Killed an alligator with his fin. But a virus is what finally done him in. See you on the flip side, Mr. Bass. Though your passing makes me so dang sad, I will cry more for you than when John Lennon passed. Oh, I'll see you on the flip side, Mr. Bass. It ain't funny. So goodbye, Mr. Bass. May you rest in peace. Too bad the Lord Almighty don't do catch and release. You're going to that great big live well in the sky, filled with water that fell from God's own eye. See you on the flip side, Mr. Bass. Though your passing makes me so dang sad, I will cry more for you than when John Lennon passed. Oh, I'll see you on the flip side, Mr. Bass. Oh, I'll see you on the flip side, Mr. Bass. See you later, buddy. Don't take no wooden spinners.
Yes, see, now, that time it sounded touching. I was like, I was very moved and want to now do my part to save the bass. Well, and what I was going to ask as well, like, what song There had to be one where you thought, what a hunk of crap, I'm going to throw it out there, though, and it became, like, super, I mean, like, Mr. Hamburger. What was the song of all of them that you can think of where you were like, I don't even know if I'm going to do this, and all of a sudden everybody...
All of them.
All of them. Every time you're like...
All of them. I didn't even know if I had something with Southern Girls, and Jeff House said, no, that's good. But I was so in between serious and funny that one of my lines in Southern Girls was, she likes the camp, she likes to hunt. Old girl, sure enough, can take a punch. And Jeff was like,
no, that one has to come out.
That's got to come out. Why? It's funny. We got to make it funny. He said, no, not. You don't do it to a song like that. But I don't know. To me, that's where kind of, well, I guess that's a little too much. But I'm trying to find that
line,
that balance between, writing these nice melodies, but putting funny but subtle comedy lyrics in it. And I managed that with Southern Girls. You want to hear that one?
Yeah. Actually, I would love to hear Southern Girl now that you mentioned that. I was just thinking we hadn't done that, did we? And that is, to me, you really did. And you and I were talking when we were filming that night at the Bada Bing bar.
Right, Bada
Bing. Like Russ will give you certain like write a song about this, write a song about that, and then you come down. But that one, and like you said, that might not have been what he was shooting for, but what came out really is it's like an anthem for Southern women.
I absolutely love Southern women. Let me tell you, when I was on the road with Clutch and we'd go to up north or overseas or up to Alaska, and I would come back south and hear those accents. I mean, when I was a kid, my father used to go to Destin, Florida every summer in May, and I'd sit there.
No, it's beautiful up there.
And watch those flowers walking down the beach with their southern accents. And from, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas.
Especially there, you got the whole...
Carolinas, Tennessee, all except Arkansas. they're bow-legged and buck-toothed. But I don't know. And then when I played in Clutch, we played Panama City all the time. And I mean, there's nothing to me like a Southern girl.
Southern girl, yeah.
And that's what I wrote about. And I had a lot of passion for them. You know what I mean?
Well, that's that shows in that song. And one thing I believe is when you write, it's got to be something you believe. You can't make it up.
I love their old-fashionedness of them, I love, especially the Cajun girls in Louisiana. They're like 100 years behind the times in some of those little small Cajun. My daughters were raised just like that. They are old values, old school, and both my daughters talk like this.
Do they really?
I brought her to Universal. She said, on one of those water rides at Universal, she goes, "Oh, Dad, I got a water all down my back." And I nearly threw a car. And both of them talk flat. "Oh, listen to the thunder and the lightning, Dad." They call me Dad.
Wow. And that is how the people, if you go up there, right?
Oh, yeah. Just like they do on Swamp People or whatever the name of that show is.
Yeah.
My daughters talk flat just like that. And but one of them is representing Louisiana as a what's it called when you up in Canada? She's like a
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. Like an ambassador.
An ambassador to Louisiana for she's a French teacher.
Nice.
And my other one is more of a city girl, and she is an executive, and she's doing really well. But one's kind of a farm girl, and one's kind of a city girl. But
and you're the proud papa.
Yeah, I am. Both of them married off now. I've been around this great big world. Ain't nothing like a good old Southern girl. Florida, Georgia, Alabama, across the Carolinas, down New Orleans, Louisiana. She's got that smile, got that look. Teach you things, boy, you won't learn in no book. I lay around and just go broke. just to sit and watch that girl smoke. And Lord knows there ain't nothing like a southern girl. Lord knows there ain't nothing like a southern girl. Ain't nothing like a good old southern girl. Ain't nothing like a southern girl. She likes to fish, likes to camp, back a 30-foot trailer straight down the ramp. Give you sweet love, give you attitude. That's alright, mama, any way you wanna do. Like caviar, like limousine, like cowboy hats and wore-out old blue jeans. You know with her it's all good. She's New York City, she's Dollywood, and Lord knows there ain't nothing like a southern girl. Lord knows there ain't nothing like a southern girl. Ain't nothing like a good old southern girl. You know heaven ain't too hard to find once you cross that Mason-Dixon line. Yeah. Like a southern girl. Lord knows there ain't nothing like a southern girl. Now a little piano for the southern ladies. That's for you, darling. Ain't nothing like a southern girl. Ain't nothing like a southern girl. Lord knows there ain't nothing like a southern girl. Ain't nothing like a good old, just like my mama, Mary Lou, southern girl. Thank you.
Miss Mary Lou Johnson. Hey, I did want to tell you, we got time probably for one more song. Would you mind doing Everett in just a second?
Oh, no, not at all.
But I did want to let you know, and I had forgotten about this, just a little trivia thing. We're involved in a theater in Claremont.
Right.
It's called The Moonlight. And this is years ago. Andrew and I were fixing the bathroom. I don't even remember what we were doing, but we were in the bathroom fixing it up. And my daughter was sitting there, and we did an a cappella version of Mr. Hamburger
Really?
to my daughter, who looked at us like, what the hell is that?
Hey, Mr. Pickle, come out to play. Jump on my toasty bun, I'll sip on the parquet. Meat tomato and Mr. Onion too. And Mr. Meat Patty has lots of grease for you.
Exactly.
Mr. Hamburger, let's be friends. Bestest, buddy. Jump into my mouth and play with Mickey Moeller and Larry the bicuspid. Chomp, 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 26 times. Down, 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 down to my behind. Mr. Butthair will play with you a while, and he'll give you the dingleberry smile. Mr. Hamburger, let's be friends. Oh, what do you know? My hiney is so sore.
I'm sore.
That purple meanie Mr. Hemorrhoid.
Roar.
Well, he's not our friend anymore. So I wipe all day till the oily discharge finally goes away. Soon we'll be happy again. Mr. Hamburger, let's be friends. Mr. Hamburger, let's be friends. Mr. Hamburger, let's be friends.
That must have been like 13.
God, that was yeah. And you had just done it, and he started singing it. I'm like, I know that song. And I did the roars and Daniel and Dirty Jim part, and he did the song. And my daughter, Emmy, looked at us like, you guys,
What the hell?
you guys are wrong. Yes, if you do ever, that'll take us to. And let me say, well, I'll say the goodbyes right at the end, but this is Bubba Whoopass Wilson here with Andrew and I at the World Music Show. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. This has been awesome for us.
We're back next week.
And yeah, we'll be back next week. Burt won't be here, but I want you to know anytime you ever want to come in, Burt, open door, just let me know, and you got the spot. I told Jeff the same thing. So
Thank you. I enjoyed myself thoroughly. Burt Bubba Wilson on Facebook.
Yep.
That's Burt with a U. And my calendar's on burtwilson.net.
just Google Burt, and all kinds of stuff will pop up.
Or Bubba Whoopass.
Yes.
It's about my piano. Everett the drunken piano was a fine piece of work, well worn by years of service at the God Almighty Church. Keys were worn and withered like a back porch splintered board. Felt the wrath of the Reverend whenever it missed a chord. I was only 8 years old and I remember it so well. Everett was on the road to hell. God showed him mercy, not a moment too soon. There he was in my living room. Old Everett, the drunken piano. Everett, I saved you in the end, and I just couldn't leave you in the condition you were in. Oh, Everett, you are my truest friend. When I was in high school, I wore a big black hat. I drove a big black truck with Everett in the back. Music was my passion, and Everett was my life. Right up until the time I met my first wife. I was only 32, and I remember it so well. Drinking had me on the road to hell. God showed me mercy, not a moment too soon. And the only thing left in my living room was old Everett, the drunken piano. Everett, I saved you in the end, and I just couldn't leave you in the condition you were in. Ooh, Everett, you are my truest friend. I was only 48, and I remember it so well. I found myself in adult behavioral health. Lost my house and lost my car. Almost lost my wife. But I'm back thanks to you folks here tonight. And old Everett, the drunken piano. Everett, you saved me in the end, and I just couldn't leave you in the condition you were in. Oh, Everett, you are my truest friend. Oh, Everett, you are my truest friend. Thank you.
Thank you, Burt.
Goodbye.